Hello everybody, Patrick Sebile for another video of the week. This time I want to go back into the Deadalive. So I want to go a bit deeper because summertime and the fall are a great time to use that bait, actually also in the winter. Why? Well, because this floating body, which come like this, you know, you have two bodies, you have two different hooks, you have a weighted wide gap hook, you have an unweighted wide gap hook. So you can use that bait in a way that truly mimics a dying bait fish, and there are several ways to do that and do that very well. So let me grab these two guys like this. So first, when you have just a wide gap hook, that's perfect to use it as is and cast in a shallow, cast in the lily pads, for example, swim it a bit, twitch, make a pause. When you just killed it, it goes sideways like this, float like that, like truly a dying bait fish. As soon as you start to swim, it goes in place properly, swims, react very well to some twitches, and also it's great bait with this hook to use on a Texas rig, so just add your bullet weight in the front, or with Carolina rig to fish deeper. And when you use the wide gap weighted hook, you can do the same thing as with the floating one, where you twitch it, you pause it, but instead of coming to the top and floating, it dives to the bottom and it lands like this 100% of the time. And you just need to shake a bit the rod tip. So mimicking a dying bait fish works all year long, but especially on this time of the year when we may have some bait fish die off, you know, when you have the first cold, that's very typical, and that's why it works great like that. But the main thing I want to show you on this very video is that remove the hook and make yourself a drop shot rig, because that's actually a fantastic drop shot bait. So with your weight right here, you hook right there. Now grab a hook, of course, that makes sense given the size of this lure, and you have right here below, you have the hole underneath the sheen, and just put the hook right inside of there and just go through. Keep it very straight. So this is the presentation you will get from that bait, and it floats at rest. So every time you just need to gently pull on the rod tip, give some shaking, and every time you make a pause, it's going to float like that and then swim and do all kind of action. So that is truly a bigger profile than what most people are used to do when they want to do a drop shot, and that's why that's the way to approach to catch better fish, because you know it's only a 5-inch bait fish, it's not that big, so you can catch all kind size of fish. I will say typically a largemouth bass from £1.5 and more will be able to swallow that bait very well. But that's really a great advantage when you're targeting finicky bass, to use this bait with that very rig. You can have, like here, some weed guard or not, that depends where you fish obviously, but that's super efficient, and I strongly recommend you to give a try to the Deadalive, use like this on a drop shot rig. The Deadalive from Hyperlastics.